You're looking live at Richmond Raceway. Race number 14 of Bonfire Racing Premier Cup Series qualifying just underway right now. Practice just wrapping up here for tonight's 200 lap race here in Richmond, Virginia. Says 10 minutes and 2 laps sets these guys' fastest lap time. On the racetrack right now, Ricky Mandela. They're in the third machine. As he goes through turn 1 and turn 2. We'll see what his lap time will be here. He was pretty quick in practice. Can he keep up that speed here in qualifying? Let's cross the line here. It's a 21.695. That puts him on a pole position for now in that third machine. We'll see if he can improve on his second lap there. As turn 3 and 4. Off of 4, can Ricky Mandela improve? Just barely. And that will put him in second as Mark Dumont goes to pole position with a 21.566 in that 14 machine. Just 16 thousandths faster than Ricky Mandela. As Michael Sara on the racetrack right now on the 27 machine. Todd Dunn as well. His first lap was invalid, so he's going to try and improve on his second lap here. As paint schemes are loading right now, not sure what happened there, but off of turn number 4, Todd Dunn crossed the stripe at 22.659. I'll put him around 9th place, second off of Mark Dumont. As Michael Sara on his first lap, 22.186. That puts him 7th for now. As Zach Clausen goes up to 7th place, that 43 machine. As off of turn number 4, Michael Sara, it's going to be a 21.799. Very a lot quicker than the first lap. I'll put him in 6th place. As Paul Ferdinandi off of turn number 2, going for his first time lap. Across the stripe, it's going to be a 22.307. Puts him in 9th for now. Can he improve on his second lap? As a lot of drivers have still yet to go out on the racetrack. Guessing the track will get faster and faster throughout this qualifying session as the sun continues to set as well. Across the stripe, it is quicker, about 10th or so quicker. He stays in 9th place though in that 33rd machine. Nick Mills, his 2 laps were invalidated, so he's not going to be able to set a lap time here tonight. Some drivers just sitting in their pit stall right now. No one yet going out. Kyle Lynott going out right now. The 988 machine. I believe he is the only driver out on the racetrack, and yes he is. He's the only driver on the racetrack that is let's try to set a lap time. Everyone else just getting some extra laps in for practice. As here comes Lynott across the stripe. We'll see what he can do here. Down into turn 3 and 4. Looking at that wheel line on the bottom. Off of turn number 4. He's going to cross the stripe. 22 flat. That'll put him around 9th. Can he improve on his second lap here? About half a second off of pole. You can get to a top 5 spot. That'll be pretty good. Track position is going to be pretty important here tonight for Richmond. Cross the stripe to 21.9. Does improve. Put him in 8th place, ahead of Zach Clausen. As more drivers out on the racetrack, you got Jared Kelly going out, Jose Medina going out on the racetrack, Jay-Z Bennett, David Owens still in pit lane. Justin Marlucki in the 7th row machine set a time of a 22.488. Can he improve on his second lap and maybe get inside the top 10? 22.1. I'll put him in 12th. Jose Medina goes up to 7th. I believe he set all of his lap times there, so he's one of the few drivers who have gone out a little later and got inside the top 10, as Jay-Z Bennett does the same right there. Puts himself in the 9th place. As Jared Kelly, he goes at 11th place with a 21.96 and 8. He gets a bit loose off of turn 2. His lap most likely going to be a little bit slower than his first lap time. As off of turn 4, it's going to be a 21.7. Actually, he does improve. I didn't think he was going to improve, but he moves up to 6th place. Great result there for Jared Kelly. And now it's David Medina Sr. out on the racetrack now. Championship contender, and this is the penultimate race of the season, so goes to 4th. As off of turn number 4 across the stripe, it's going to be a 5.63. And that is good enough for pole position with 2.5 minutes left in qualifying. It looks like a few other drivers. Jason Landry currently our points leader. He's won back-to-back races at Iowa and Watkins Glen. That propelled him to take the points lead over David Medina Sr. And it's right now a 22-point gap between him and Medina. So still very close between those two drivers. As he crosses stripes to 22.0, that puts him in 15th place. We'll see if he can get inside the top 5 here in qualifying. Probably target lap time for him. As off of turn number 4, it's going to be 21.477. Now put him on pole position. He exceeds that top 5's target by almost a 10th over the rest of the field, as David Owens goes up to 5th place as well. The only driver that not set a lap time so far is Thomas Fox, or attempt to lap, I should say. Gerald Rose and Nick Mills have attempted laps, but they were invalidated, most likely hit the wall or something like that. So right now, with a minute left in qualifying, it looks like Jason Landry will get the pole position. It'd be his 12th pole position of the season. Absolutely dominating qualifying this season so far. Only 2 other drivers have gotten pole position. That's David Owens and Jared Kelly. So, pretty insane stat right there. So start on the front row once more here tonight, this morning at Richmond, for 200 laps in total. There's 10 seconds left until it's officially over. As now is officially over, Jason Landry will get the pole position here tonight at Richmond. Take a quick break while these drivers grid up, and we'll be right back here from Richmond, Virginia.
Welcome to the Fifth City 200. Special thanks to Tim Darby and his continued support in Season 13. Season 13 of Bonfire Premier Cup Racing is proudly brought to you by Animal House Customs. Also a sponsor for Season 13, KK Woodscapes, bringing your virtual victories into reality. And finally, but not least, the Swanley Golf Association. This sponsorship is brought to you by Matt Schofield and the number 61.
Back live here at Richmond as they take a quick look at our starting lineup here for tonight's race. Here we go. Quick little short lineup here. Jason Landry on pole, David Medina Sr. second, Mark Dumont in third, Ricky Mandela in fourth, David Owens in fifth, David Brenner in sixth, Jake Johnson seventh, Brandon Finley in eighth, Jared Kelly ninth, Michael Sarah in 10th. That rounds out your top 10 here as the rest of the grid will fly through. Leave 25 drivers in total here for the 3/4 mile here in Richmond, Virginia. Easily going to turn into a night race here pretty quickly, as the lights are already on here as well. Just a matter of time before it fully goes into night. So that's your 25 driver grid. Jared Rose will round out the field in 25th place. Has 200 laps in total here for this morning's race. The base car is off. We're about to do battle as green flag is out. We're underway here at Richmond. For the Fifth City 200. There's no contact already. Jason Landry in the outside wall from David Medina as he falls all the way back to 12th place already here on the opening lap. And that's going to really hurt his run and his tires as well. He's going to fight through the dirty air. But we make it through lap 1 cleanly as 01 car spin as well as Jay-Z Bennett, the 00 machine. He keeps it straight for now. There's one other driver around as well. It's Zach Clausen. So we'll take a quick replay of what happened there with Jason Landry and see. Looks like just Medina just gave him a shot down in turn 1 and turn 2. And Landry clipped the outside wall. The wall kind of saved him there, actually. But we do stay green here for now at Richmond, as Landry will have to work his way through the field here in 11th place. He's now side by side with Michael Sarah for 10th, and he'll clear for that top 10 spot. Back up front, David Medina still leads here early on after I would say probably a controversial opening lap, as I'm sure Landry is not happy about what just happened there. That really shakes up the championship standings, as right now Medina would be your championship leader, I believe, if things stand. Yeah, he would. So actually, it's a 5-position gap between those two drivers. So say Medina wins tonight and Landry finishes 5th, Medina would have a 3-point lead. Obviously, you have bonus points and whatnot for leading the most laps and leading a lap. So that can shake things up as well. Landry making his way through the field, currently in 8th place now. Side by side ahead, that's Finley and Jared Kelly. As the field kind of separated now here early on this one. As Medina continues to lead here. It's a high tire wear racetrack here at Richmond, so you gotta just conserve your right front tires, your rear tires as well. And I think it's around a 70-75 lap fuel run in total. Maybe a little bit longer. I think maybe it could be 100. Not sure exactly with the exact fuel amount. But I'd say 75 to 100 laps. Could be a 2-stop race we see, or a 1-stop race possibly, but I think a 2-stop race will be quicker just with how much the tires do wear here at Richmond. We're 12 laps in this one already, and they're about 3/4 tenths off the pace. Some bows here in the back. It's a Jared Rose, started in dead last in 25th. He's up to 16th, and he's side by side with Chris Smith. And he gets a 2-for-1 special there in turn 1, 2, and 2. Ooh, contact. Jay-Z Bennett around once more. He got loose there off the turn 2. Everyone avoids it, looks like, but maybe some major damage on that right front for that 0-0 machine. And it looks like he just spun the wheels off of turn number 2 there. We'll see the replay of this one. Yeah, just a little bit low on exit, and that's kind of like spun his wheels big time. But luckily, he didn't get any more damage, just a lot, pretty significant right front damage. You can see right there in that Ford Mustang. Really crinkled up right front. Early he runs 19th. He's a down 6 position, starting in 13th place. Not the start he wanted here tonight, but still early on. 15 laps in this one. As David Medina continues to lead here at Richmond big time over the rest of the field. There's lap traffic already. See Medina getting by. That is Todd Dunn there in the 131. There's a little bit out here for second, possibly Mark Dumont and David Owens. As there goes owns the inside, he will clear easily down the turn 3 and 4. A little bit of a slide job somewhat there in the corner. As most fielders, single filers, I think just saving their tires right now here early on this one, lap 20. We're coming to lap 20 this time by, so 1/10 of the way through this race is Tim and Kyle and Joe Rose close together there off the exit. Rose up another spot. He's up 10 spots since the start of this race. And Nick Mills up 12, so those two definitely hard chargers so far here tonight. We can look at the top 3 drivers who gained the most positions. Got Mills and Jared Rose big time over the rest of the field. Mills double digits already up 12 in that 20 machine. As he's chasing down Jake Johnson now for the top 10 spot. Lap traffic up ahead. Showers kind of through by Todd Dunn here. As Jason Lindsay's up to 6th place after falling down to about 10th or 11th. David Medina has pulled out to a 2.5 second lead over the rest of this field, over David Owens and company. We'll see if he can stretch out even more. For now, he's doing a great job just pulling away. Side by side, Jason Lange and David Brenner. Lange on the bottom, Brenner up top. Lange got cleared easily in that top 5 spot. Most of those single file throughout the field. We got just a few cars in between each other here. Lap 27 coming to 28. David Medina Senior already 4 seconds ahead of the field. He's catching big time lap traffic up ahead here. As this could slow him down quite a bit. Maybe where his right front as well. Some dirty air could play a factor as well early on in this race. turn right now. No one's really too close to go. As Landry, he moved himself up to 4th place, getting by Ricky Mandela a little earlier. He's going to go to the inside of Mark Mont for 3rd, and he'll clear for that top 3 spot. As the top 3 drivers now all consist of the pro drivers. The AM drivers are yet to win this season so far. We'll see if that could change possibly here tonight into an alternate race here at Richmond. Here comes Nick Mills to the inside of Brandon Finley. Mills gonna maybe slide up on the exit of the corner, and yes, he will. He will move up to 8th place, up 15 spots since the start of this race. Nick Mills, a man on a mission right now. He's looking really good on this long run. So we'll see what he can do these next 20 laps, see if he can be even better. Right now, the fall off so far is about 1 second, give or take, on these Goodyear tires. In real life, it was even worse. I think it was around almost 3 seconds after 50 laps or so. But iRacing tire wear isn't as bad here at Richmond, it seems like. But still pretty bad considering just compared to other racetracks here on iRacing. As side by side here, lap traffic, JZ Bennett on the wall twice here tonight so far. Kind of wall once, and I think he almost spun there on the front straightaway as well on the opening lap. He goes 1 lap down. As Jared Kelly's cautions out here tonight, it's the first time on lap 37. See what it could be possibly. Looks like Gerald Rose, heavy right front damage shot 51 machine. So he could, yeah, looks like, yeah, he spun around there off of turn 2. See if he had any help. Oh yeah, looks like he did. There, the 22 of David Brenner tagged in there. Shot the exit of turn 2. I mean, Brenner, he's just carrying all that speed, but luckily, I think Rose didn't get too badly damaged there from that one. Just his tires are pretty cooked there, but now pit lane these drivers will go. And Lucky Dog's spot, I believe, will go to JZ Bennett, who just went a lap down. We saw him there just go a lap down. It's an interesting strategy call. A couple drivers staying out. That's Jose Medina and Michael Sara staying out there in 1st and 2nd. Everyone else coming down pit lane. Not too surprising, as the tire wear has been pretty bad here tonight. Almost a 1 second drop off, fall off, like I said. Looks like David Owens may be taking 2 tires, or maybe no tires at all. Maybe fuel only for that 8 machine as well. Very quick pit stop for David Owens. So it looks like 3 drivers are not going to take tires there. Interesting call. I'm not sure. I mean, depends on how many tires they have in total for tonight's race, or this morning's race. But, I mean, I would still assume you want to take some tires. We'll see if we can speak to one of those drivers. Apparently. We'll see if the pace lights go out here. I think they might, so yeah, I'm going to give time to. Yeah, it looks like they will, so. Could have done it earlier, but anyways, don't want to distract these guys with the 20, like about 40 seconds of pace lap, so don't really have time to do that, but This pace car is off, and green flag is back out here at Richmond. The Fifth City 200. As Jose Medina with a great start there, going to clear easily. David Owens down in turn 1 and turn 2. As Michael Sauer trying to get to the outside, stay on the outside on those older tires, as everyone else trying to work their way through the drivers with these old tires. As it was spinning in the background there, that's going to be Brandon Friendly. That's going to bring out the yellow, most likely. Yes, it will. So second yellow of the night. The 48 machine is around the front straightaway. Very close to getting contact there from, I'm not sure who that was exactly, but looks like it might have been just a self-spin. Yeah, self-spin off of turn number 4. And luckily everyone avoided. I think that was a no number. It might have been Jake Johnson. Yes, it was. The 409. But luckily everyone avoided Brandon Friendly there. It was the racking back up there, and this could be Jose Medina and David Medina Sr. 1-2 currently. And will Jose come down pit lane possibly and take those tires? Not be surprised if he does so. If not, we'll bring him into an interview here. Talk him through he'll talk us through his strategy. Looks like he's not going to be pitting, so we'll see what he's thinking here quickly, as he's currently our race leader on lap 44. Actually, I cannot talk to him. I'm not allowed to move people, so we'll see what happens there. Probably most likely pace car lights are going to be out this time by. As there we go, pace lights are out. As green flag is back out, and we're underway here at Richmond. Lap 47 as Jose Medina with another great restart there. There's easily everyone else pretty much, but we'll see how long he can last on these older tires. As David Medina Sr. on the inside already. Looking to pounce Jason Landry as well to the inside. As here comes Landry, 3 abreast for the race lead here off of turn number 4. As Landry gonna clear out in front for the first time tonight. He leads his first lap of the night after starting on pole position. And he fought his way back up to the lead, and he just did that right there. And now David Medina Sr. behind him. 1-2 in the points and 1-2 on the racetrack currently. As Nick Mills also up 20 positions now in third place. what a man on the mission. His caution is out. And it looks like it's David Brenner around there on the front straightaway. He was very slow, lost a lot of positions there. Might have not been him though, but no, it was him actually involved. Not sure who. Looks like, oh, just not clear there for the 52 machine. That was a hard hit there. And that is David Bula. Yeah, just not clear there on the front straightaway. And hard lick for that 52 machine on the outside wall. And no one else hit him there, I believe. Looks like, yeah, got through cleanly. As that's our third caution unit on lap 50. We're 1/4 of the way through as Landry back out in the race lead. As Jose Medina and Michael Sara down pit lane for the first time tonight as well. So we'll see what happens here. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here at Richmond. As Bonfire is back out here at Richmond, as Jason Landry with a great start. Nick Mills is going to clear for second even as well. He may challenge for the race lead here in turn number 1 and turn 2. As the outside he goes. Oh, Medina gets in the back of him, and Nick Mills around off of Medina's front bumper, hard in the outside wall for Mills, as more wrecking the back of Zach Clausen. Todd Dunn around as well, trying to avoid that wreck. And this race has really turned upside down. I think we were in green for around 37 laps. Now we had 4 cautions back to back to back. As David Medina Sr. just got into the back of Nick Mills there, kind of a deja vu there of him and Jason Landry on the opening lap. I think Mills was trying to kind of chop down there, so I'm not sure if it's really 100% on Medina there, but Mills hard licking the outside wall as he is currently in 11th place, it looks like, actually, as he got some more contact there as well. So I mean, it can't really fault. I'd say it's more of a race incident there. Mills is coming down. Medina's just kind of riding his line. Didn't expect Mills to chop his nose kind of a little bit there, but Mills on pit lane to fix that damage. No surprise there. As Landry still leads here on lap 56. Got the race lead back on the restart there. It hasn't looked back since, but we haven't really gone green more than about 5 or so laps so far after that first caution. As side by side once again, gonna re-rack them up here on lap 58. His pace car is off. And into the restart zone they go. Green flags back out here at Richmond. The side by side for a second there. Jared Kelly and David Medina Sr. going each other a little bit. Kelly on the outside, Medina on the inside. As caution is out once more. And looks like Jared Rose might be involved with it now. I'm not sure exactly who was involved there, but I think it was more on the rear end. Oh, yeah, right there. It was Nick Mills again. Round and round he goes. Looks like he just lost on his own, and got ping-ponged around a little bit there, and I think slight damage. I think he got hit by Chris Smith there in the 37, yeah. So slight damage from him there. We're under caution once more here on lap 61. In the meantime, we'll take another quick little break, and we'll be right back here from Richmond. Back live here at Richmond. Landry Gillis the green once more. And to the restart zone he goes. Green bike is back out. And Landry with a good restart there. Eric Kelly and David Medina side by side for a second once more. And Kelly get the spot here through one turn two. Looks like he will. Kelly moves himself up to second. Medina down to third. Mark Dumont in 4th, Dave Brunner in 5th. Side by side there, Ricky Menzel and Brandon Friendly there off of turn number 4. Still snooze side by side, door to door. It's Jake Johnson, David Owen side by side. Dillinger just fast lap of the race right there. Will this be our first long green flag on the run since the beginning of this one? As it kind of spread out a little bit here on the opening few laps of this restart. That's still side by side in the mid-pack with Zach Clausen and not see the number on the other driver. It might be Kevin Kyle possibly. Nope, it was Zach Thomas Fox in 57 as Nick Mills trying to work his way back up to the field after getting involved in a few incidents there in the last few cautions. But in the meantime, we do a little and crank it up here on lap 70 here at Richmond. As caution is out, you're on the racetrack doing crank it up. That'd be Zach Clausen. Yeah, it looks like it's Zach Clausen around there. Major damage on our 43 machine, currently in 20th. So we'll see what happened there. Just looks like he lost on the own and overcorrected, as well as, oh, Nick Mills again. Man, he cannot catch a break in this race. As Michael Sauer as well got loose there. I don't know. Oh, hard hit for him as well. So he might broke his left front there. His night might be over actually. That left front looks really damaged there for a 27 machine. But anyways, Jason Landry still leads here on 75. Caution, just kind of bringing cautions at this point in the race. Someone just blew an engine. I think that might be Joe Rose there in pit lane. So we'll see what happens here in this restart. I mean, Jared Kelly got up to second place. He may be challenged for the race lead. As green flag is back out here at Richmond. As Kelly not able to clear quite yet in turn 1 and 2. Off of turn 2 he goes, though still not clear. Medina still side by side here for second. As Medina moves himself up to second once more, as Kelly right on his back bumper. David Owens in fourth and David Brenner in fifth. That order remains the same as it has past few restarts. So here comes Jose Medina. He's one of the drivers on the freshest tires right now. Apparently, 10th place, maybe up to the 9th as well. If you can get around Jake Johnson here. Looks like Medina will clear for 9th place off turn number 4 there. As Jason Landry gets trying to pull away from the rest of the field currently. And so here comes David Owens. He's going to try to get around Jared Kelly there for third. Side by side here in the pack here for around 12th place. Now the captain will allow out for now. Side by side, Chris Smith and Paul Ferdiani on the outside in the 33 machine. And he'll clear for 13th. As Paul Ferdiani again side by side here with Chris Smith for 12th. It's Thomas Fox and Jake Johnson also side by side here for 14. Looks like they single file back out here, the mid pack. Back up to third. David Owens trying to get around Jared Kelly here for third. Still working him here as lap traffic up ahead. As the top two pulling away from the rest of the field. And David Allen is still trying to work Jared Kelly for now, but he's just not able to at this moment. Taylor zones up top. Is he there? Yes, he is. Off of turn 4. Side by side for third place, David Owens and Jared Kelly. Ooh, up the racetrack goes Kelly. Very timely entry to turn 3. Almost hooked David Owens there, but Owens will clear easily. Up to third place he goes. In the meantime, once the drivers kind of separate back out, we do other one, crank it up, and hopefully we do not have a yellow in between. Actually, the side by side here, we'll do that after this one. Brandon Finley and Ricky Mandello. There's actually a big pack of cars right now behind Brandon Finley and Ricky Mandello. These two side by side, and 3 drivers behind them. It's Justin Larkey and Jose Medina and Kevin Kyle a little further. It's Kevin Kyle coming out pit lane. Interesting strategy right before halfway. He's on these tires for about 58 laps, so we had a few cautions between them as well. Like I mentioned, we do the other end, crank it up here on lap 97 coming to 98. Ooh, contact there for the race lead. As oh, here comes Medina's contact even more. Medina slideways there, but he saves it. As no, he's gonna spin it around. He keeps it going, but he spins up the racetrack, and that's gonna surely bring out the caution there. Actually, will not. No caution. No caution for that wreck, and that changes everything in the point standings right now. As Medina, he might have a penalty though as well for entering pit lane. As lap traffic, Todd Dunn involved there. Not really sure it was 100% his fault. Just kind of off the exit corner. He tried to give space, but Landry hits him, and Medina kind of another race incident at that point. One driver coming up, one driver coming down. Terry Medina all the way down to 16, and somehow they did not bring out the yellow there. So we're halfway through this race, and Jason Landry has about 1 lap lead over David Medina. He's championship contender. But now this time for real, we are going Dale crank it up here halfway through this one at Richmond. back here at Richmond. 90, coming to 90 laps to go right now. Jason Landry currently leads. Most likely pit stops will be happening here shortly. Most likely a one-stop race here from on out if we stay green. Side by side here. This is Brandon Finley and David Lua. It looks like Finley coming up pit lane, as well with Zach Clausen. So pit stops are happening here right now currently. As Jared Kelly gets passed from David Brenner. Is Kelly coming off pit lane this time? 88 laps to go. Ooh, tight. He might have been almost spinning there. As it looks like he got slowed down in time. As pit stops happening here in the last 10 laps. We'll see. As one more race leader, Jason Landry coming out pit lane, as David Medina also has already come down pit lane. Actually, no, excuse me, sorry. Medina, remember he had that incident with Landry earlier in the race on this opening restart and the first 10 laps. So once they got up to lap traffic from Todd Dunn. Is when will Landry pits? I'm assuming he's gonna try. So far, we've had two drivers come up pit lane, Jared Kelly and Brandon Finley. Jose Medina making his way through the field. Up to fourth place is David Brenner down pit lane. David Medina Senior also down pit lane as well. So pit stops happening for some of our front runners on the right side of your screen. This looks like Jason Landry down pit lane now as well, our race leader, with 78 laps to go. Let's see how good of a pit stop goes Jason Landry. There goes Landry. And it looks like Kevin Kyle, excuse me, he pitted 27 laps ago, so he'll have the race lead once it cycles out. Once everyone comes out pit lane, but Landry will have way fresher tires on him as well. As Jared Kelly right behind him. Kelly even pitting 10 laps earlier was not enough to get by Landry. He's on his back bumper. He does have his tires are warmed up already. Those tires are cold. There's a spin in the back. Will that bring out? Yes, it will. Oh my. That's 77, I believe. Yeah, they're spun around on the back straightaway. I think coming off a pit lane possibly. Oh my. That changes everything right there. We'll see what happens. Maybe just been a self spin there. Yeah, it looks like just a self spin off of turn number 2. Maybe cold tires. Wow. That brings out the caution here tonight. Here with 74 laps to go. Let's be Jose Medina down in the race lead. Down pit lane he goes now. Off pit lane, it's going to be Jose Medina still in your race lead, and luckily for Jason Landry, he did get the lucky dog, I believe. Yes, he did. He did get the lucky dog position, so he's able to pit for tires here. So we'll take a quick little break, and we'll be right back here from Richmond in the Fifth City 200. As green flags back out here, Jose Medina with a great jump there on the rest of the field. It's Thomas Fox to clear here off of turn number 2 here from Chris Smith. As it was spinning in the back. A few drivers around on those cold tires. And that's going to bring out that's 2 different drivers. It's Thomas Fox. And Jared Kelly also has a black flag as well. So I'm not sure exactly. Kind of chaotic start there as Jake Johnson and Paul Ferdinand also has a black flag as well. So Cole Tire is catching some of these drivers out of guard as Thomas Fox, he was up to second there and just running around. And there was some help there for that 52 machine. I'm not sure who he got help from, but definitely got help from the 31 of Kevin Kyle. So back-to-back cautions and cautions, breeding cautions that have kind of been the storyline of the night so far. There's a bunch of drivers coming out peeling as well to fix some of the damage and take some tires as well. About to go back green here at Richmond. Jose Bonilla, Chris Smith on the front row. Blue switch on, they go. Green flag is out. Jose Bonilla with a great jump once more. Down to turn one. Jared Kelly still has that black flag. He will have to serve. I don't believe it will be clear for him, so he'll have to come up pit lane pretty soon after this restart, within about 3 or 4 laps. So it comes in third place. That's Shazy Bennett. Has had a couple of strips in the outside wall, a couple of spins as well. He's moved himself up to third place, and will this be the first race we see an AM driver possibly win here tonight? As there goes Jared Kelly down pit lane. The service OCO flag is out. Not sure who it would be for. I don't believe I saw a wrecker anywhere. There's exact Clausen there, that's what it was. So Clausen moves through 1 and 2, I think it was. Yeah, spun out, right in front of the 69 of Michael Bennett there. And that's gonna wrap the caution. Another one with 63 laps to go. Down penalty, everyone goes. Mostly some of the drivers in the back that just had to lap back, as well as David Medina Sr. is still a lap down. So this would really upset the championship. Next week is at Daytona, so that really is a wild card race for the finale. So anything can really happen at Daytona, but you want as big of a buffer as you can. As you're racking back up here is also Jared Kelly not able to serve his penalty there, so you still have to come up pit lane and serve his penalty. Alright, as Bonfire back out here at Richmond. As side by side as Justin Arlarkey takes the race lead away from Jose Medina. As over wrecking in the back there at Jared Kelly. Oh, hits the pit wall entry. And they're also wrecking as well. As what just happened there is no cautions out yet, and there it is. As what just unfolded there, Richmond. There's multiple wrecks there. Is what just happened. Wow. And it's Jared Kelly hard hitting the up pit wall there, and Ricky Mandela as well around and that turn 4, and David Medina will knock his wave around there, or his lucky dog, because he was involved in that wreck. So still another tough break for that 9 machine. But Justin Malarkey takes the race lead here on the back straightaway on lap 57. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back here from Richmond. back live here at Richmond, about to go back green. And green flag is out here on lap 53. Justin Malecki clears his way over Chris Smith as he lead in the turn 1. He's almost 3 abreast there off of turn 2. As Chris Smith clears in the second, here comes Jason Landry as well. As he finds his way back up to the front after getting that pole position here tonight. As up the racetrack goes David Owens, big time on Chris Smith as they're going to be 3 wide for third here off of turn 2. Going to be very tight. Owens almost on the outside wall there. And the 51 laps to go. This lady now trying to pull away, trying to catch up to Justin Malarkey there. There's still almost 3 wide there. As there was some contact, David Owens using some of that right side to get around Chris Smith. As Owens out side by side with Jay-Z Bennett for third. Owens almost clear of Jay-Z Bennett for now. Not quite down the turn 1 and 2 quite yet, as we're under 50 laps to go here in tonight's race. As up the racetrack goes Jay-Z Bennett, but David Owens will clear for third. It's now about the race lead is on. Malarkey versus Landry. Landry with the crossover move possibly. Dimes the corner. A little to the inside for the race lead here off of turn number 2 down to turn 3. Malarkey stays ahead for now. I'm just going to bring in Owens as well into the picture. Possibly these two continue to battle for the race lead out in front. So Landry almost to the back bumper. Sam Malarkey doing a great job just hanging on for now here. 46 laps to go. Can he hang on for this race lead and this race win? Chris Smith side by side with Brendan Finley there for 7th. Finley gets by in that 7th place spot. As this is Kyle Lynott and David Medina Sr. side by side for the lucky dog position. Very important battle on the racetrack here. Both these drivers 1 lap down. Looks like we're not will clear for 13th and lucky dog spot for now. But the battle for the race lead still hungry and still on here at Richmond. 3 cars pretty much under a blanket. As for last time that we do a little lower and crank it up here with 44 laps to go. There's 37 laps to go here at Richmond. Jason Landry having a tough time getting around our race leader of Justin Marlowe currently, as David Owens still hot on these guys' tail. JZ Bennett and Kyle not out of it yet either. Owens with a bad exit off of turn 4, could lose a little bit of momentum now on the front straightaway. As Owens in the outside wall for turn 4 can lose him some even more momentum. As here comes Kevin Cow to the inside of JZ Bennett. Is now almost 3 wide here for 4th. Kevin Kyle trying to do his best to get around JZ Bennett on the outside line. So here comes David Brenner as well. Looks like Kyle will clear off return number 4. Now JZ Bennett now under attack from David Brenner and Brendan Finley. Actually, just David Brenner. As Brenner getting passed by, it's Kyle not there, lap down car. So side by side up front for the race lead here with 31 to go. Zoo Owens on the outside wall even harder, but still side by side for the race lead out in front. Landry in the bottom, Marlurky up top. Still side by side there, down the back straight away. Zoo almost some contact, there is some contact there. As Landry doors him up the racetrack a little bit, will he clear off of turn 4? Not quite. As there goes Landry, almost. Yes, he will almost clear off of turn 2, and yes, he will. He'll take the race lead away from Justin Marlowe. Will Marlowe repay him back into turn 3 and 4? No, Marlowe goes up top. Gonna try to get a good run. Flips the outside wall there, loses a little bit of momentum as well. As now Landry pulling away here with 27 laps to go. He's really good on a long run. He probably just does not want to see a yellow flag so he can continue to pull away from the rest of the field currently. As Maliki struggling here a little bit on those tires, possibly as David Owens closes the gap as well a little bit, but I mean, I must feel kind of just single file out and just trying to ride to the end of this one. Is lap traffic going to play a factor as well as Landry is catching up to Jose Medina there? Landry just trying to pull away right now, and he's doing a good job right now, just not letting anything really affect him. I mean, lap 1, he was sideways in the outside wall. Now lap 81, 82 now. He's leading here at Richmond, just trying to put this one away. Have a pretty big points buffer going into Daytona next week, the finale. A little under 20 laps to go here tonight at Richmond. No one else really too close together. It's a mid-pack racing here for a lap down. The luck dog spot. Kevin Nicalonot and David Medina Senior side by side here for the lucky dog spot. If there is a caution, one of these drivers will get their lap back. These are side by side through 1 and turn 2. David Medina Senior will clear off at turn 2. He's currently in lucky dog spot if there is a caution here late in this one at Richmond. But coming to 15 laps to go this time by, Jason Landry crossed the line. There's 12 laps to go here tonight at Richmond. The Fifth City 200. Jason Landry pole position here tonight. Wrecked on lap 1. Now the claw his way back. Got to the lead around lap 50 or so. A little bit earlier than that. Maybe 45, 50. And he's had to fight his way through some unfortunate cautions. He pitted and the caution just came out right after he pitted. Fought his way back up to the front and now he's currently leads here with 11 laps to go. And Nicalonot down pit lane. Very late pit stop. I'm not sure why he's in pit lane. Let's see a replay of this one. See if he issues are possible. I mean, looks like he's only been on the racetrack for 58 laps on those sets of tires. So not sure why the 988 is in pit lane. But 10 laps to go here tonight at Richmond. And the battle for second is also heating up as well. David Owens catching up to Justin Marlowe here. As currently right now our AM race leader, I guess you could say, is Jay-Z Bennett, currently in 6th place. He's had a few incidents himself on this race. He's spun out a few times, hit the wall a few times. Early in this one, his claws are back up to 6th place. The next driver behind him is Chris Smith on the AM. He's a few car lengths back, about 2 seconds back from JZ Bennett. We'll see if he can hang on here, and I think he will, unless we have a late race caution, which I doubt any of these drivers in the top 7 or so are really want to see, especially Jason Landry. It's 5.5 laps to go here. It's about for third time, about for seconds, excuse me, kind of looks like it's spreading out just a little bit. Malarkey kind of pulling away big time from David Owens his last 2 laps, about 3/10 quicker last time by. So, unless there's some lap shot for that could be involved here. Looks like Malarkey will finish up in second if we do stay green. It's coming to 3 laps to go this time by. Lap traffic big time behind him. As off of turn number 4, no yellow flags to be out, as Jason Landry will take the white flag here at Richmond for the 5th City 200. Landry looking to go 3 in a row here. Iowa, Watkins Glen, and Richmond. They can hang on for 2 more corners here. Off of turn number 4, Jason Landry from pole position will win the 5th City 200 here at Richmond. As Jason Landry burning down to a quick break, we'll be right back here with our top 3 interviews in a moment.
This interview portion of our programming is brought to you by Mills Insurance Agency, millsinski.com, where you can find all your insurance needs in the state of Kentucky. Thank you once again to Nick Mills for his continued support in Season 13.
Back live here at Richmond to speak to our race winner of Jason Landry and our sold up points here as well. Hello, Jason, got a copy?
I'm here, yeah.
So you get the race win from pole position, had an eventful first lap there in the turn one. Tagasu just making your way back to the field and kind of just keeping your calm there. And you got back pretty quickly. I think around lap 40 to 50, you were back out in the race lead already.
Yeah, that was difficult. Yeah, lap one, I think Medina just went in a little too hot. I mean, it was super easy to do. I did the same thing on Malarkey late in the race. So no harm, no foul. Yeah, once I got put back a little bit, I definitely tried to get some more pace out of that first stint to try to get back in the hunt of it. And then I think there was a yellow and I ended up P3 on the restart. So that was a good position to be in. Yeah, and then we just slowly went at it, and I think yeah, me and Medina, we've been really clean our entire BRL, and then today, I think David was driving, trying to get some points on me, and I don't blame him. That's exactly what he needed to do. Unfortunately, I think we caught up with Todd Dunn, if I remember right.
Yeah,
and he was a little slow on the exit. I just wanted to stay safe. And then Medina split down the middle, but I didn't even see it, so I'm not even sure if there was room or not. But yeah, I think we touched, and he ended up with the worst of it. So yeah, I'll have to look at it. But yeah, Medina's always a super fair racer, so I don't blame him. I mean, he has to try to get some points on me, so I don't blame him for driving a little bit more aggressive than he usually does. So yeah, it was a fun race.
Yeah, as well, and also you had that caution right after you pitted, so you had to work your way. Luckily, you were the lucky dog, I believe, there. So talk us through that one as well, just working your way through the field, and after that kind of late race caution during the pit cycle.
Yeah, oh, I forgot about that. So yeah, I was one lap down coming out of the pits on that one, and then yeah, lucky dog. Luckily, so I made my way back up, and then I just had to stay safe because I realized there was quite a few cars trapped behind. And obviously, I'm keeping my eyes on where David is. So I saw he was a lap or two down, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to play it safe, no pushing any boundaries, just keeping it calm. Luckily, that worked out fairly well. I saw Medina ended up with a lucky dog later, but I think he was still one lap down. And then at the end, when I saw it was just me, Malarkey, and Owens, I was happy to just stay behind, saving my tires, saving fuel, because we were a little bit tight on fuel near the end. Not too bad, but honestly, if Owens would have tried to pass, I would have let him go because I'm focused on Medina, right?
Yeah.
And then once I figured we had I think 40 laps or so on our tires, I figured I had probably better tires than the guys. So then I tried to go for a pass on Malarkey. I kind of overshot a little bit. We definitely touched doors. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. I'll take that. And then once I got ahead, then I could slowly manage my pace and just pull the gap a little bit. It was fun.
Yeah, great win for you from pole position and had an eventful middle part of that race as well, but pulled it off here, 3 in a row for you as well, going into Daytona next week. Who do you think for tonight's win here, or this morning's win at Richmond?
Oh, my team for sure. They've had some bad luck today. They were out all over the place. First Nick Mills, then I think it was Paul, then Jared. Joe stayed in it. Good result for him. So thank to him. Thank you guys for the broadcast. Definitely thanks for Kevin, the admin. And thanks for David, honestly, just keeping me honest. He's pushing it. Same with Owens, Malarkey. Everybody was keeping me on my toes today. So it was a hard race. But I definitely needed the points ahead of Daytona because you never know what happens at Daytona. So I just happy to get a bigger of a cushion now.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you next week at Daytona for finale here in Bonfire Racing League.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Thank you. That was Jason Landry there in first place. Second place here, in the pro class was Justin Malarkey there in the 73 machine. Bring him in here. Justin, you got a copy?
Hello.
So you round out in second there. Had a chance at the win, but seems like Jason Lane just had a little bit better tire saving there in the last 30 to 20 laps there at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I wanted to handle that. Once I saw he was behind me with, I think, like 50, 60 to go, I'm like, if I push it, maybe keep him behind it, dirty air, heat up his tires. But then he did get around me and kind of settled in around like 3 seconds behind him, but did not have anything. I knew he was pretty good throughout that whole race. I know in the middle parts, I was staying about 7 seconds behind him when I was stuck back in dirty air, and it kind of leveled at that on old tires. So I figured if I could keep him behind me, maybe, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, still a great result for you here tonight at Richmond, second place. Anyone that I think for tonight's good run?
Yeah, sorry, I cut out there on that last second. What was that last question?
Anyone you'd like to thank for tonight's run?
Oh, yeah. It's just what you guys always putting on the broadcast. It's great. A lot of these leagues going back, watching everything and seeing how everything works. And it's just great to go back and check on the drivers, watch how they're doing, try and learn. It's like watching tape next day, Monday morning quarterback, I guess. But it's hard to learn what some of those guys do. I know I have to give a huge shout out to David because the number 9 Medina, he had me changing a lot from the start of that race. The start of the race, I just could not even get into the corner. And then he kind of was just walking me through what I was doing wrong and had me change some brake bias. And the car just came to life on that. And then I finally got track position and just kept coming to life, really. It was just, I was like, wow, this whole thing drives different. I was hitting my fastest lap times midway through the race. And I was like, this is good. So I have to give him a huge shout out. He just really helped dial that car in, and the rest of the team, we're always talking to each other and trying to keep each other comfortable. So it worked out good today.
Yeah, great result for you, finishing in second, your first top 3 of the season. So great result for you here at Richmond. We'll see you next week at Daytona.
We will. You have a great one.
Yeah, thanks, you too. That was Justin Malarkey. Jay-Z Bennett not in the VC, so I guess we'll bring in our 3rd place finisher of David Owens, who was the pro 3rd place finisher. Jay-Z Bennett did win the AM race, this AM driver, so I give a shout out to him as well, but he's just not in the VCs. But Dave, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got a copy.
So you round yourself off into 3rd place here. Currently 3rd in the points as well. A little far back, but you're still fighting for that top 3 in the points. So good points there for you here tonight at Richmond. What are your final thoughts there on just on the final kind of 70 or so laps? We had 60, 70 laps there at the end. Just trying to tire save or push at what moments exactly? How did that play out for you?
I try to save a little bit just for the have at the end and kind of ride around behind them. Then I just decided to stop riding, and I was like, let me try to get to Landry's outside and see if I can make something happen. And fortunately, it's just trying to work that outside, burnt the tires up a little bit quicker than I expected.
Yeah, but like I mentioned, still a great result here for you tonight at Richmond. Should extend your points lead for 3rd place a little bit. Go to next week at Daytona. What are your thoughts there, the Super Speedway?
I like super speedway racing. I feel like I'm pretty good there. Maybe I can hope for some calamity with the top 2.
Yeah.
And it affect them enough to where maybe if I score the win, I might be able to steal a championship.
Yeah, definitely still have a shot, I think, mathematically, but still 3rd place pretty solidified for you as well. But anyone to thank for tonight's top 3 run here at Richmond?
My teammates working with me tonight. Just, I wasn't able to get in the lobby quick enough this morning. So I didn't have very much practice, and them trying to just helping me with, breaking points and where at to set the brake bias and the master cylinder. So shout out to David Brenner, Kyle O'Nott, Tommy Fox for all that. Shout out to the guys that run the league, Kevin, Kyle, David Buell. So I appreciate them for doing all this. And, just everybody that runs up and shows up in this league week in and week out. We couldn't do it with all these drivers and you guys up here in the booth.
Yeah, well, thank you, and congrats on your 3rd here tonight at Richmond. We'll see you next week at Daytona.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So it was David Owens at 8 Machine X, Jay-Z Bennett in the VC, so we'll bring him in here quickly for an interview. as he is the AM winner. Hello, Jay-Z, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
So you round yourself out in 6th place, but you are the AM winner here today. You had an interesting first like half of the race there. I think you were involved in two cautions there. Hit the outside wall pretty hard in one of them. Talk us through your run, trying to fight back as much as you can and just being in a good spot here at the end.
Yeah, just it was rough at first. I knew it might be a little rough. I was trying to play it safe, play it easy, and then I ended up, getting about 4 minutes of damage. And then we had those string of cautions there, which allowed me to get under a minute. And then, I just tried to stay out and hoping for a caution. And sure enough, the caution came, late race.
Yep.
I came in, had fresh tires. I got under 10 seconds of damage and came out in 6th. And I'm like, what am I doing in 6th? And I was like, you know what? I just got to stick it in here and try to get a top 10 is, my goal. So I haven't raced much this season. I'll just try to, take it easy around these guys and see how they race.
Yeah, and a great result for your 6th place. Your second top 10 of the season out of 5 races. So pretty good percentage there. Next week, Daytona, what are your thoughts there at the Super Speedway in Florida?
Oh, well, Daytona's about 45 minutes from my house.
Oh.
So
Home track.
So I usually go every night race, and I went to the 500 this year with
yeah.
Paul on my team and everything. And but yeah, I love Daytona. I love Super Speedway. I believe I'm better at it, but I'd have to work Sunday, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not. I'm hoping I'm there to support the team, though. Jason and Jared and Nick and Paul. I hope I'm there.
Yeah, we hope you're there too. But overall, great result here tonight at Richmond. Anyone else you'd like to thank for tonight's good run?
Just thank you guys for broadcasting, and the league for the Bonfire Racing League for letting me come race with them, even though I haven't made many races. But shout out to my team, Ignition Point Racing. All those guys over there, they try to help you out as best as they can. I know they're fast guys over there, but I try to learn from the best. So that's part of my thing. And shout out to my dad. I believe he was watching, and my uncle. But yeah, thanks to everybody for racing pretty much clean tonight.
Well, yeah, congrats on your 6th place here tonight at Richmond. We'll see you possibly next week at Daytona.
Yes, sir.
So it's Jay-Z Bennett rounding out in 6th place. He's the AM winner. So overall, a fun race here tonight. Just a lot of action, a lot of things happen there at the middle end. There's just a lot of chaos, but Jason Lange picks up the win here tonight. His 3rd in a row, and is a pretty good buffer going into next week at Daytona, which is like you mentioned, kind of a wild card race as well. So next week at Daytona, and next broadcast we have, I believe, is Thursday night, the Undisputed Cup Series at Phoenix, if I remember that. And the next week, obviously, the Bonfire Racing League, or NAR Cup Series as well. I think they go to Daytona as well, if I do remember correctly. One moment. Probably should know this, but I believe, yeah, they do go to Daytona. So yeah, so you do have back-to-back Daytona next gen races. So yeah, Phoenix, Daytona. So should be a fun kind of week there. So see you guys next time here on the Legends Racing Network. Thank you guys for watching.